It's Dr. Friday Ojabro. I want to present to you in this video the two scenarios of lower income earner and higher net worth individual of personal income tax. Okay, there's a proposed bill already going on from the federal government right now, and we want to compare a low income earner of their old method and the proposed method, and also look at the higher network individual, looking at old method and proposed method, so that you will see the impact of the proposed method on the lower income earner and also impact on a higher network individual. Okay, so you need to look at my previous video on how to calculate payslip and pay as you earn, so that you'll be able to determine the pay as you earn that we have here on this video. Okay, right now, this is a typical payslip. You have a basic salary. Of course, all the allowances are based on the basic salary, a percentage based on the basic salary. Okay, you take the percentage. If you look at my previous video, you see a percentage. If you put to get the transport, if it's 20% or 30%, you compute it, okay, to have a gross income. Now, if you do that, you see that the gross income for the old method and the proposed method for low income earner are the same. Okay. Then you come to the higher network individual. You also see the old method, 10 million for basic salary. And if you also compute all the allowance, you see that the gross income for the old method and the proposed method are also the same. Okay. Now, you go to the statutory deductions. Statutory deductions are a deduction that is based by law. Okay, union due, from my old video, you see how it's computed. The union due is 2% of the basic. Okay, the pension is a percentage of transport, rents, and the basic. Okay, when you add them together, you take a percentage. You can look at my old video and see the percentage. The National Housing Fund is 2.5% of basics. Then the PAYE, look at my old video, you see it, the way it's computed. Okay, you determine it and fix it in the payslip. Right, so when you do that, you see that the statutory deductions for the old method, okay, under the lower income earner is higher than the proposed method. Okay, where the old method has over 1 million, then the proposed method have just above 800,000. Okay, so if you do that, when you minus the gross income from the statutory deductions, you have the annual net pay, then divide it by 12 to have the monthly net pay. As per the old method under the lower income earner, this employee would have been receiving 391,748 naira, 33 kobo. But meanwhile, for this proposed method, the employee will now receive higher by 15,000. Okay, 50,394 naira 70 kobo. Okay, monthly. So it means that this lower income earner would have saved this amount, 50,000 plus, okay, every month. Okay, now if you compare the higher network individual, you see that his monthly net pay for the old method is higher than the proposed method. Okay, so it means that this person will be short paid with 36,570 naira. Okay, he will be short paid. He will lose days because he fall under the higher network individual. Okay, So that is what the proposed law is trying to achieve, where the low income earner will pay lesser and the higher network individual will pay higher tax. Okay, because their tax, their payee is higher here. Where the old method he paid 6.6 million. In the proposed method, he's not paying 7 points, 7 million plus. Okay, so from here he's paying higher tax. But meanwhile, for the lower income earner, he's paying lower tax. Now we can use a graph to explain this, what they will earn, so that we visualize it. You see what they will earn. Okay, for the lower income earner, his salary is takes the old, but you see it increased, okay, by the proposed method. He will earn more salary because the tax has been reduced from him. Okay. Meanwhile, the higher network individual, okay, this is the old pay, and now it's reduced because higher tax is being paid by this employee. Okay, so that is the comparison. And I hope that this video has been able to address your concern. Okay, and help me to share it. Okay, share it and like, subscribe, and make your comments so that we can improve more.